Hi, friends. Guys, I need a little help here. F is needed. I need some Fs in chat because I'm going to need it for the run. F is clearly needed. Alright, we ready to go?
Yeah, we should be good to go. Should just be able to count me down and we can get started.
Alright. This is Dishonored. It starts with like a 2-minute long unskippable intro, so we're just gonna load a save right after that because PC Master Race. So, time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm gonna immediately do some movement to just get out of this boat as fast as possible. And then I'm gonna take the elevator straight up to the roof of this building. And I'm doing that because there's a cutscene trigger on this bridge, and I have just enough distance to not die there, and see Emily there wants to talk to you, but you can just go over her cutscene trigger, so you don't have to play hide and seek with her. Now, unfortunately there are a lot of unskippable cutscenes in this game, so I hope you all get real comfy, because we're gonna get real comfy here. So the way that first glitch worked, the elevator, 90-degree corners in this game, there's like a pixel all the way up it that gets treated as like a ledge that you can vault up. And it turns out if you just aim at the right angle and jump backwards into it, you'll just vault up it every single frame. And you'll just kind of go flying straight up to the top. So we're going to do some RNG manip. She didn't have an interesting line, dang. The best is when she asks about the Tivian chokehold. So, I'm on a time section right now, I can't really do anything, and there's a big invisible wall that goes all the way around this area. Like, I can't get out. But there is a corner right here, so I can just kind of elevator up it, even though it's invisible. And now I'm all the way up here. This is kind of cool, because you can see a lot of the locations. Like, the game starts here, we'll be going here later. That's the prison that we're, spoilers, about to get sent to. There's the Hound Pits pub, like, literally just directly across. There's some other stuff over there, and oh shit, right, there's some assassins. I gotta fight them off, because they're coming for the Empress. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we won.
Thank you.
Easy.
No more. Not again.
So it turns out that that's kind of a tutorial fight with the assassins. And the game doesn't really want you to fail the tutorial. I guess that would be too embarrassing or something. So if you just lose all your health, say by jumping off a really high wall and landing, it'll just kind of finish the fight and just despawn all the assassins, and you can just move on with your life. It's pretty good. If you jump before the the fight actually starts, also the guy just appears there, it's pretty good. If you jump too early before the fight starts, you'll just die. And if you jump too late, you'll get an extra little cutscene with the Empress and Emily. But there's a pretty reasonable amount of time that you can land in. So anyway, we've been framed for this murder. We've now been dishonored. We were honored previously, now we're dishonored. In case you weren't aware, Dishonored is the name of the game. The game really wants you to know that. So I did say that I needed F earlier, and I wasn't lying. There's a trick you can do called the AS, or the Arg Story Skip. If you look in the bottom left, you'll see a prompt appear and disappear. Normally that takes like a second and a half to hold F through, but if you hold F like from one cutscene into another cutscene, it'll just instantly skip that prompt. So I'm gonna be assing a lot of cutscenes in this game. Anyway, we're in prison now. That sucks, right? Fortunately for us, they just recently installed a whole bunch of elevators in this prison. So we're going to take the elevators up to the roof because there's no ceiling, because why would you need a ceiling? And we can just waltz on out of here. Nice and easy like. And since it's a video game, you can just cannonball, literally cannonball, into water and you'll be fine. And since this isn't the other Dishonored crappy game, you don't get sent straight to the bottom if you crouch, which is kind of nice. Alright, so now we have the sewer section, which is a bunch of pretty precise movement. Here I jump to move a little bit faster when I'm crouched under this thing. It's like pretty much the only place it's actually used in the run. I hope you enjoyed it. There's not too much to talk about in this section. There's a very important bottle here. I missed it. I just lost like 0.2 seconds. I am so sorry this marathon is ruined. You can throw the bottle to knock that body off, so you don't have to slide into him. I'm shaking my own damn head at myself right now. If you jump in a certain way onto these rocks, these rats just kind of can't figure out how to get to you. Otherwise they'd bite you and stop you from turning that wheel. Here's a chain, but chains are slow when we have elevators. When we have elevators. When we have elevators. That was still much faster than taking the chain. And here we have our hidden supplies. It takes a second before I can actually pick them up. So I just jump on top of it and position myself facing this doorway. So I can go straight through this doorway immediately. Here's a thing called Swordless. I'll talk about that in a minute. I missed the Torco. This is also a tiny bit of time. But luckily I got past that guy. That's the first boss of the game. Here's the second boss, Jeff. Jeff is a merciful god. He gave me a boost. Here's the third boss of the game. This speaker thing. Oh, come on. Ugh. There's a very like specific spot where you can shoot the speaker's cord and it'll drop down and give you a boost. And I like just barely missed it. Anyway, this is the fourth boss. This is Samuel. Samuel's the type of boss where you have to keep facing him like in every level and he gets harder and harder every time. But it's not a traditional boss. He actually gets harder to face because he just keeps talking and talking and talking and talking. And he doesn't stop talking. And he doesn't stop talking. And you have to just sit there and listen to it. And you have no way of stopping it. But it's alright. It's alright, we'll get there. I will rechat, but not during levels because there's a lot going on. So the one trick I did, swordless. Normally you have like both your hands out, one with the sword and one with whatever secondary you have. And when you have your sword out, you run about 10% slower. I think it's 10%. But there's a glitch where you can do where as you're putting away the sword, since Corvo has this fancy-ass flippy animation, you can just take out your secondary again, and that lets you run with your secondary out at full speed, since you have your sword away. And I'll be doing that for most of the run. And here we have another ass. We're gonna hold F from here into this cutscene here. There we go, we asked it. And you can just grab this from down here. And there's a scumbaggy trick here. I have mouse wheel up bound to jump. And I have a literally cheating mouse where I can just free scroll because we're a bunch of cheaters in this community. And it turns out if you jump at a very, very specific time right before this load screen, the game will get extremely confused about your position in the next area, and it'll just kind of void you out and default you directly into this cutscene with the outsider. And that saves some running, and it allows me to ask this cutscene as well. Now I have Blink, and Blink is awesome because it's literal teleportation, and that's pretty fast, to be honest. I need to pick up potions because you see in the top left, the blue bar is my mana. I need to manage potions and mana to make the most out of all of my blinks throughout the run. So this is the first dream sequence in the void with the outsider. Luckily we can skip all of his dialogue, unlike a certain other game. So it's pretty quick. So we don't have enough to actually level up right now, but we will in a second. Because we're going to literally cheat some more. There's a bunch of DLC that when you have enabled, it appears all in Corvo's room. It was like originally pre-order bullshit, but now it's just available to everybody. So I'm gonna grab all of this stuff, particularly money and a certain charm or bone charm.
What can I do?
And with that money, I can buy a spring razor, a rune, a bunch of grenades, and a whole bunch of mana potions. And that's gonna supply me for the first while. And now I have enough to upgrade agility. Agility lets me double jump, which is very useful for maneuverability. And I'm equipping Void Channel, which makes my blinks slightly further.
Just give the signal.
So we're off to a fantastic, literally cheating start. I mean, I'm allowed to cheat because the community said so, it's fine. Walrus, when are you coming back to this game so you can just, like, orgasm over how good it feels compared to the second one? Because, like, oh my god, does it feel good. And, yeah, spoiler alert for the second one, Samuel actually evolves into a strong, independent black woman. So, that's something.
Man walks through one of those and he ends up burned to a crisp.
Anyway, I'm currently doing all collectibles. What that means is, in the mission complete screens in the bottom right, it lists out all the collectibles that you can get in the level. Runes, bone charms, outsider shrines, and Sokolov paintings. I need to get all of those in every mission. Not in the intermissions though, because those aren't tracked, so I don't care. And this is my category, and I can do what I want to. So these things are bone charms. Which bone charms you get are random, so I don't actually know which ones I'll get in this run. There are a few very, very useful ones that I hope I'll get, but I might not. So this thing, I just needed a item for a side quest because it rewards me with a rune. And by the rules, I need to get that rune. I hit the guy to knock out the boards, and then I sleep dart that guy. Ooh, Twist of Fortune. Because he'll block that guy, and then he'll be in my way. Is there anybody here? Alright, sick. So I place a spring razor there. And then when I talk to Granny Rags here, guys will spawn on top of the spring razor, and they will all die immediately. Because they spawn directly on top. But it's really spooky. Because they're still banging on the door. But nobody's here. So I need to be sneaky here, like extremely sneaky. They need to not know I was here at all. Because if they do, then they will block the way out. So as you can see, I was extremely sneaky. And this is the side quest that I need to do. Health potion for safety. So since I was sneaky, well, there was one guy that was blocking me. If you're really sneaky, then nobody will block you and it's nice and comfy. So now that we did all the stuff for Granny Rags, friendly old Granny, she's got a bunch of birthday gifts and stuff for us. Or something. Which are some runes that are pretty useful. Alright.
Now I can stroll along the waterfront in peace. And don't think I've forgotten your little gift. Go on upstairs, dear one.
Okay. Short break, and that's it. Back to the action. So there we go, and with that we can upgrade Blink. This makes Blink go further. Surprise, surprise. And that's going to be useful for a couple really cool things. Like this. Grab those things. There is a third person in the game. I might show it later if we have a chance. Alright, climb up on this. This is called a double blink. It's really swag. They removed it in the second game because reasons. This door is locked because I kind of ignored an objective in the game, but it's fine because I can just go right through it. And since I ignored the objective, those guys' AI is just not active. Oh god, I actually failed that. So I need to go here because there's a secret room that contains some stuff that I need. And now I can upgrade Agility 2, which means I run faster. And that's actually all of the upgrades that I need for the whole game, and I failed that because it's kind of annoying. Luckily you can quick save right before it because PC Master Race. And we're going to collect a few more collectibles, and then we're just going to move on. I'm going to quick save here because, alright, that bone charm can actually crash a game. It's very rare, but it can, for some reason. Alright, so I got one useful thing, but I'm not going to bother equipping it yet. And fortunately, even though that's a long fall, Sam's head is nice and comfy. But
Maybe it's not my place to
because he let us land on his head, he's going to have to yell at us a whole bunch about random crap.
to go. Okay,
Anyway,
let's go.
so that was the first mission. And in the bottom right, you can see I did all of the things. Fuck coins, ignore coins, but I did all of these things. That's the objective of this category.
Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate.
So we're going to do another little ass here. You can actually like move in between asses, but you can't hit your use button. If you hit your use button, you'll break the ass. So like opening doors and talking to people will break your ass, but just moving towards people will not break your ass.
All citizens living on the north.
Nobody cares about coins, don't worry about it. Yeah, in the last mission we were supposed to like rescue Overseer Martin because he's like a friend of ours or something, but you can just kind of ignore him and clip through the door instead. Also, you can just kind of lean through this door and pick up the key from the other side. And then murder those guys. Hopefully that worked. That nade was a little bit off. They did not die. Kind of sucks. Alright, that'll kill him. Killed one, but not the other. Oh my god, please climb up.
He has
Corvo. Corvo.
Now there are collectibles there, but this is an intermission. This doesn't have a mission complete screen, so those collectibles can go fuck themselves. No, just moving towards people will not break your ass. Interacting with those people will break your ass. Never talk to strangers, kids.
I'll get you as close as I can to the Golden Cat, Corvo. You'll have to go the rest of the way on your own.
You buy potions twice, Dark Hell. Come
The
on.
main thing
Get
is
with the
to make
times.
sure that little girl, Emily, gets back all safe.
Okay, so this mission, it's in the same area for the first area, but then the rest is different. This is the Golden Cat.
Jaw might have some
There's an RNG factor when you enter the second area. There's 2 targets and they can spawn in one of 2 different places. Well, 2 different sets, I guess, because they're not together.
hole up at the old
Good luck is a few seconds faster, but bad luck looks cooler.
folks used to fight off.
So, I'm gonna hope for bad luck.
Keep an eye out for
Just
him.
for swag.
Maybe you bring him back. Good luck to you. I know Emily must mean a lot to you.
But first of all, we need to get some collectibles. I swear I don't have an addiction. I can stop anytime. Also, clipping is pretty cool.
What do you think?
I had to do that because the top door is locked, and there's a rune up here. But this guy has the key, so I can just immediately leave. This jump is really difficult. That's too high. It's fine. This guy really likes paintings. Whoop. Oh my god, please. That clip's really annoying. This clip is also really annoying. Easy though. Alright. That's all the paintings in the level. Oddly enough, they're all in the art dealer's apartment. Spirited. Alright, after this mission I gotta equip stuff. So I have 2 of the useful bone charms. I don't have the most useful one. Also, you can just kind of go through that door and use it from the other side. I don't have the most useful bone charm, but I have 2 of the also useful ones. This mission does have another objective, and that's to rescue Emily. Alright, we've rescued Emily. There she goes. She'll be fine. And we got good luck. Alright. This clip is, like, probably the hardest one, just because it's, like, the wall is shaped differently than everything else. Oh. Ah, I hit the invisible thing. Oh, okay, that guy was trying to give me a boost over the railing, but it didn't quite work. So I use... Oh, geez, don't kill me. Use one grenade to kill one target, and then just jump slash the other target. I need the key to get out of here. And then... No, you don't. I need to bump into Emily because she's kind of glitched out and she doesn't actually leave the area if she's staring at that wall. But it's okay, she's there now. Present. Whoop. Jump please. This is one of the most annoying things to grab in the game. Alright, I got it. Whirlwind. And one more in this level. Blood Ox Heart. Alright, that's really good. I have all three of the decent bone charms. I just don't have the best bone charm. All of these will basically just give me more mana in different ways. And obviously, since you want to spend as much of your time blinking as possible, more mana is pretty hot. And Emily's already here because she's fast. But it's fine. So look again, 5503, sick, we did it, world record.
So you did the business, did you, Corvo?
So you probably figured out how the clipping works in this game just from watching so far. But in case you've missed it, because it is fairly fast, all you have to do is just lean and run sideways into a door or a wall or whatever. And your body will stay on one side, but your camera will be pushed through to the other side. And where you blink from is based on your camera, not your position. So when your camera's on the other side of the door, you can just blink on the other side of the door, and that'll just put your entire body through, because it's literally teleportation. So that's pretty useful, and it's used throughout the run to great effect. Also, every bit of dialogue in this game is flawless and has absolutely no problems.
Pleased to meet you.
As am I. Would you like to see your room in the tower?
Can I see it?
Yes, you may. You'll get to see
Absolutely
it all,
flawless.
the entirety of the Hound Pits.
Good. I think I'll like it here. I'll go with Callista, Corvo.
Yeah, so oddly enough, in Dishonored 1, as soon as Emily goes through that door, she is at the boat. Like, she is fast as fuck. Even if you go straight to the boat, she will still beat you there. So obviously in Dishonored 2, she's the faster character. But she's awful to play as, so nobody actually likes playing as her.
You've done more than most men do in a lifetime. I need to speak to you soon. But for now, Lord Pendleton requests your attention.
So looking up in this corner is Strats, because he'll be closer to the doorway. I don't know why it works, but it just seems to be a thing. And all the paintings I got gave me money, so I can use that money on, whoop. Alright, I have an extra blink, so that's not too bad. I can use all the money from all the paintings that I've yoinked on potions. And that lets me just buy a whole bunch of potions to get through the rest of the levels.
We'll get our sleep later. Just climb aboard when you're ready.
Also, if you think this game's dialogue is awkward as fuck, you need to play Arx Fatalis, because that is just... Whoo lad. The delivery in that game is 10 out of 10.
You've been in the city for years, but you lived in Dunwall Tower with the late Empress, so maybe you haven't visited the bridge before tonight.
Alright,
Something to look out for.
so this is Dunwall Tower. No, what? Bridge. Something bridge. Whatever, who cares? Because this is a console game, this bridge is split into 4 areas, even though they're all pretty tiny. So, We just kind of need to go in a straight line through all this loading zones. I need to disable the lights, otherwise Sam won't be at the ending, because even though it's really bright out, apparently they can only spot us with lights or something. So I actually need to do a side objective here. Well, I guess it's not a side objective if it's required. But guns are really good, but only to actually open doors, not to actually fight. I missed. Please die. Alright. Oh, okay, that's a really hard... Ooh, and I even got the damage cancel. That's a really hard flip right there. And up here is a safe that contains something, but... What? That didn't get it? Oh my god. There we go. Easy, first try. I'm gonna kill this guy for safety, because he stops you from being able to quick save most of the time. And... I have a swag double blink here, which I fucked up, because sometimes Corvo just refuses to grab onto the rail, or to the chain. Corvo. Corvo. Thank you, Corvo. Alright, pull these things out. And the lights are disabled. Most of this is just kind of going through... Oh, there we go. Oh, nice hardfall. Throw that grenade to open up the boards on the door. If I can just leave. Strong arms. Shoutouts to strong arms. This area can be dangerous if I mess up, because there is an overseer that will screw us over. But as long as you're fast, you'll be fine. And here we have Anton Sokolov. I think he made locks or something, but we need him. Remember, kids, don't drop the Sokolov. And I have enough potions that I can just spend one there.
You made a neat job of it. Drop him here and we'll be off.
Sam likes to lean against nothing, because Sam is a badass. Reminder, he is the final boss.
They set up a cell for Sokolov.
So one thing I haven't explained yet is damage canceling. There's different things that can happen depending on how high of a height you fall from. We'll just go with that. If you fall a short distance, then you just kind of land on the ground and you can keep going. If you fall a little bit higher than that, then you'll get an animation where you stop yourself from face planting. And that's pretty slow. We call that a hard fall. But if you fall a little bit higher than that, then you'll hit the ground and you'll take damage, but you won't actually get the animation. So we call that a damage cancel. And generally I'll be doing that as much as possible, because typically you get that when you blink straight. And if you fall further than that, then you both get the animation and take damage, and that's also pretty bad. Also, Emily is super creepy here. So here we're gonna do multiple asses. So here's one ass. And then I said you can't open the door, but if you clip through the door, you will not break your ass. And that lets you skip the first of 2 prompts with Pendleton. Always go for the double ass.
For everybody. You ready?
Now this is the Boyle's Manor. This is a very confusing level. There's three Boyle sisters. They look exactly the same except they have different colors. One of them you need to kill, but you don't know which one, and it's random which one you need to kill. So the strat for this is to just murder the closest one. And if you get lucky, then you'll read a note that's either inbounds or out of bounds. Don't worry about it. And if you get lucky, the objective will just complete because you murdered the right one. If you're unlucky, then the objective will just not complete, and then the game will be broken, and to unbreak it, you have to kill all 3 of them. It's not that big of a deal if I get bad luck, but it just looks cooler with good luck. So I grab that painting before it disappears, also don't worry about it. And then I read this note, and we got good luck. Sick.
What's going on there? Heard something.
So I need to go over here to grab this painting,
That might be worth checking it.
but then I can go back here. And go down, wait, no, this way. There it is. Here's a rune, here's some stuff. And that's all the collectibles that I need inside. And here's a fence boost. Oh! I almost went too far and killed myself. But it's fine, I'm alive. That fence boost. That's a Corvocopter, don't worry about that. Okay, he's not. Okay, he is dead. I'm stuck. Okay. And we can just leave.
I hope you enjoyed your evening, sir. But we'd best be on our way. Quickly.
Well, this is going oddly well. I feel like something terrible is going to happen.
Lord Pendleton said he would meet us here.
Because we've gotten almost perfect luck so far. The only thing that we're missing is Spiritual Pool, which is the best bone charm, and gives you, like, literally infinite mana. By literally, I mean figuratively in this case. You know, to differentiate with the literally chitting that we had here earlier. Did I say chitting? Sure. So in the previous mission, I gave a guy a note, and then I ran away from him. The note basically says, fight me IRL, and you're supposed to duel with him. But if you do give him the note and duel with him, then this guy will, like, thank you for doing that. And if you ignore him entirely, this guy will yell at you. But if you just give him the note and run away, he just kind of completely forgets that it's a thing.
Attention. Corvo, the streets adjacent to Boyle Manor.
And for some reason that dialogue is unskippable, so that's kind of nice.
Ready to face the Lord Regent? About time we took care of my say.
Yeah, that would be a bad thing, eh, Walrus? Haha.
Oh my.
Oh my.
This is it, Corvo. Your last memories of Gunwall Tower might not be good for you, huh? So maybe you can make up for what happened back then.
So this is supposed to be the ending.
Be a bit of a climb from the water lot.
Here we've beaten up all the bad guys with our swords and grenades.
Place at the top of the tower.
And
Safe room or something. Crazy if you ask me.
we're going up the big bad, Lord Regent, who like was behind it all and used
Broadcast
the assassination of the Empress and the Rat Plague to like take over the city,
might be worth looking into.
etc. So now we totally gotta go murder him.
Next time I see you, the Lord Regent will be
And then we'll win the game, right? Right, totally, definitely.
honored to serve with you.
So in case you missed elevators, I got a hot little elevator for you right here. Yeah. Don't worry, there might be one more, maybe, if you're good. I'm gonna grab this extra potion, even though I don't think I need it, but, you know, just because it seemed like the thing to do at the time. I need to fire a dart, because I want the guards to be alerted, so the Lord Regent panics and goes and hides in his safe room. Because there's a rune there, so I need to go there anyway, so I might as well have him there so I can murder him while I'm grabbing that. Flank him. Oh no. This is actually super dangerous, and if you fall off you have to redo the entire interior section.
Here you are, Corvo.
clip is like oddly weird in that it shouldn't be hard, but it is like slightly hard. I take that slow so I can actually get a save off, because again, if you fall off, you have to redo that entire section. Also, I messed up the blink, so I'm just gonna run. So, he's dead. I grab that thing. And now we can just make our merry way out of here. Dang, I got a hard fall. That thing's really hard to get a soft fall on. Oh, this one. And we've got all the things, so let's just book it. Hi, Sam.
Is it all done?
We did it.
You ready to go back to the Hound Pits?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Thanks to you, Corvo. All right, let's go.
So one little thing to note that I would have mentioned if I messed it up. But if you just run up and like sneak stab one of the targets, you'll get this like long drawn out animation of you brutally slaughtering them. But if you just like jump and then slash them, then they just die instantly. So that's why I was jump slashing everybody. I was going to explain that if I fucked it up at all, but I didn't, so that's good.
The others are in the bar. No doubt waiting to raise a glass in your name.
Anyway,
Me, I think
we did it. We beat all the bad guys.
reflect on things while we have
All the bad guys. They're all dead, and now we can go get drunk. Shoutouts to my boy, Alcohol. No. Shoutouts to our boy, Alcohol. So since Emily opens the door there, you can actually ask that conversation because you don't have to open the door. And then we're gonna fail that blink. And then we're gonna run to bed. Because clearly we've just had too much booze in that like 2 seconds that we were at the bar. So we're just gonna have a nice little snoozy snooze. And it's gonna be alright. Don't worry about it. So now we're super hungover. You ever have those nights where you get so drunk that you black out, and then you wake up in a boat in the flooded district surrounded by the plague, and there's a couple assassins talking about how you're poisoned? Whew. Boy, do I know those nights. Also, your hand is clipped straight through the boat. They didn't even try to fix that. So yeah, we got poisoned by the good guys, because it turns out the people who told you to murder a whole bunch of other people are actually not nice people. Oddly enough. But based Sam, the end boss of the video game, spoiler alert, he only slightly poisoned us. Just a little bit of poison, just a taste to see how it feels. So we didn't actually die, we just woke up in this strange place. And now we've been kidnapped by these assholes. I like this guy, he likes to slide forward and puff out his chest. Just like that. It's adorable. This is Dowd. He's a cool guy. He was saved from the wrath of Dishonored too.
Talks to you when you visit his shrines. I visited those shrines too.
And he took away all of our stuff. Which includes our sword, which means we don't have to worry about swordless anymore, because we don't have a sword.
Who you are.
That's, actually perfect. Thank you, Dowd. I really appreciate it.
You're a mystery.
Unfortunately, he also took away our potions, but oh well. Also, you want to see a magic trick? This guy just hit me with his mind! Incredible. Also, I was holding F this entire time, so I could ask this thing right here. Boom. Saved. I held F for 2.5 minutes just to save less than a second. Optimized speedrun, boys. Just forget about Dishonored 2. Maybe it'll be okay in 6 months, but just forget about it for now. So we're locked in this thing, but you know, we have arcane teleporting technology, so we can just like literally teleport through the side of it and just leave. I don't know why they didn't just like straight up murder us. That would make more sense, but oh well. I'm not the one running the assassin business. Vengeance. I'm gonna not take this blink because I'm not sure if I can afford it. I probably could, but whatever. So there's gonna be there's a lot of like busy work in this level of collecting stuff because there's a lot of goddamn collectibles. Up this. What? That was new. Alright, neat. Anyway. Okay, got the key. You need that key to open this door. It's like super well hidden. Something, I don't really get it. And now we have the area where we have the epic confrontation with Dowd, who's like the guy who murdered the Empress and you got like a lot of bad blood or something. Dang it. First I get a pistol, just because pistols are cool. But I'm a wimp, and I need to sneak up, because he's carrying a bone charm on him, and I want to steal it. I don't want to have to, like, actually fight him for it, because I'm a little bitch, and I'm actually just gonna run away. Because, fuck that noise.
Afraid to face me.
Chains are actually the worst thing.
And disappointed.
So we disappointed Dowd, but hey, we spared him. We spared Dowd. We are the good guys. Yes. And just for old time's sake, one last little elevator, because I care for you guys. That like barely saves over any time over the other way, but it's cool. Whoop. This is like the most annoying bone charm to get. You have to slip through the wall and grab it, and there's like no space for you to stand on, and you get stuck leaning, so it looks like you're standing in a different place than you actually are, and it's really annoying. Anyway, this should not take this many tries. So we go down here, and we have an epic face-off with Granny Rags. You're not supposed to come from this direction, but since we're cool, we did come from this direction. But I need to go over here and open up this door, otherwise a rune up here will not spawn, because you're supposed to come from the other way, and it's weird like that. But opening up that doorway spawns this rune that we can pick up. But we don't actually have to fight Granny Rags, because she's adorable. Who would want to fight her? We can just leave. And we do a quick save, quick load here, because the game will just like launch us down the current at super speed during a load, because engine reasons. And we can just leave immediately. And motorcycles are going off in the distance. I don't know why. There's just like a large motorcycle gang in this area or something. Just fun wall things, I guess. And here's our final bone charm of the run. Robust 2. How utterly pointless. And that's it for the longest level of the game. Now we have the shortest level of the game. This is back in the Houndspit pub. I got stuck, so now I need to wait for this guy to move. So you need to pick up a note to know where to go. Ah. Flip in here. And now the end of the level is on a timer, so during that timer, I'm going to grab this thing and blink on over here. And this is a silly little trick. Sam's going to start dialogue with me, and then he's going to get too far away to actually continue. And I'm going to do it again, one more time. And this time I'm going to quick save and quick load, and that's going to make the end of the level just happen immediately instead of after him talking for a little bit while longer. That saves like 25 seconds or something.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock Martin and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago and went into the...
Alright, so this is actually for real the last level. And since we only murdered like 7 people or something, just a handful, we get the low chaos ending, or the good ending, where it's all sunshiny and everybody's happy, except for all the murderous guards. They're not very happy. But finally, we finally have an opportunity to actually fight the final boss of this game. Sam has been beating us down every single level, and I swear to God, this one is for Megan or something. I don't know. Now he's free to evolve into a strong, independent black woman. We'll go with that. Oh, that fucked up. But we do have one more collectible to get. So we're going to go over here and go get it. And then clip on it out. This clip is actually kind of annoying. And go back inbounds. Link past this thing before it wrecks us. And this is actually the bleh. The hatch right there was actually the final boss of the game, because it's really misleading on where the hitbox is. If only old Samuel could see me now. Alright, so that's it. We're at the very end of the section. At the very end of the game. We just need to save Emily, so time is coming up in about 13 seconds. We just need to get there. So we can just kind of ignore all these guards, and since we got the good ending, and boss doesn't care about us, we can just leave, and time.
Corvo! I knew you'd come. Is it going to be okay now? Will I be Empress?
Yeah, there's like 20 bosses in this game. It's ridiculous. There's more bosses than levels. Yeah, that's it. We got all of the collectibles. We did the thing. We beat the video game. We didn't make any huge mistakes somehow. Somehow.
Guiding her young mind and protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm.
But it's one important part of the ending that we need to see.
You watched and listened when other men would have shouted in rage. You held back instead of striking.
See, there's
So it is with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension.
Nobody cares about this thing. There's nothing interesting that can happen in this scene. Don't worry about it. Definitely no locks being made. And this says just like a lesbian couple. I don't know. I don't care about their backstory. Who cares? Just lesbians. But Sam, he has made his last voyage.
And decades hence, when your hair turns white and you
all those F's that I told you guys that I needed,
Emily
it was actually for Sam. It wasn't for me. It was for Sam.
Because you are more to her than royal protector. Farewell, Corvo.
Alright, I mentioned that there was a third-person camera in this game when somebody asked about it. Do I have time to show that off? It'll take like a minute.
Yeah, you got time to show it off.
Alright, cool. We're gonna go back to the first level of the game. I'm just gonna do this like slowly, because it doesn't matter if you're fast. So I need to go up here and skip over Emily's thing again. Alright, so I'm gonna wait here, because there's something very important. that I want to show you. Somebody asked if there was a third-person camera in this game, and, well, of a sort, there is. It turns out if we go over here, I'm going to quick save, and we jump onto onto Jeff, you'll see that there is a third-person camera. Corvo is literally just arms. That's all there is. Corvo is just arms. That is your third-person camera. There you go. I hope you enjoyed the third-person playthrough. Unfortunately, you can't play the whole game in third person, but you can do that glitch in a lot of places. It's pretty silly. There's another place I could show up, but I'm not going to do that since I already did that one. But that's Dishonored.